Hello, everybody. Happy Saturday night at Raincross Farms Makery. Welcome, everybody. Thanks so much for joining us. My name is Robin. Sorry, I just smacked my microphone. My name's Robin. Behind the camera, behind the computer is my husband, Bill. We've got a fun project for you tonight. So hop on and say hello when you get here. Type in the comments that you're here. Say hi if you're new. Let us know where you're watching from. Bill's going to pin a comment. And let's see, anybody here yet?
Not me.
Not me? Not me. Anyway, so hopefully we're gonna have good internet tonight, and we're gonna have a fun project. And I see people are starting to hop on. Say hello. We would so appreciate it if you're watching, if you would give our video a big old heart, if you would follow our page, and if you would sprinkle it out to comes back on. There it goes. Sorry if it froze on you. I keep going because the replays generally it publishes that missing part on the replays, and so some people aren't watching it live. When you watch the replay, that's great. You don't miss out on all that stuff. If you are watching live, it will have a red box up here that says live. If you're watching the replay, that box won't be there, but we would love it if you would comment #replay. Let us know that you're still watching even after we're no longer live. Hey, Shirley, welcome. So if you were watching the other night, I made a decoupage pumpkin out of one of these horribly awful looking pumpkins from the Dollar Tree, and we turned it into this. I just wanted to show you the finished product I got. I painted over it with a glossy Mod Podge, so it's shiny, and I was going to sprinkle some glitter on, but I withheld because I think it's fancy enough, and I've got my little gold stem. So anyway, this is from a previous project. If you'd like to see that, you can go back to our page and look at our past live videos, and you can see us make the decoupaged pumpkin. Okay, Ken, good evening. Okay, so our project tonight is, I guess, a trending thing out there in the world is the new Hocus Pocus movie. Hocus Pocus 2 came out yesterday, and my Facebook is just lit up with people who had Hocus Pocus parties and on and on and on. I have yet to see the second one. I will watch it in the next day or two. But we have this cute transfer. It's not from Hocus Pocus movie, but it's kind of inspired. So it's the Hocus Pocus Broom Company. So we are going to put together a little wall decor for Halloween for you. So I'm going to show you a fun way to make your own surface, because this is pretty big. You might not be so easy to find a wooden board that size. So we're gonna make our own. Okay, you just watched it. I read about that. You were going to kick people out, and you ended up watching it with them. Okay, so we are going to make our surface, our background surface, out of these paint sticks. I get these from the hardware store. I got these from Home Depot. They're 21-inch ruler sticks, but they're over in the paint department where you stir up your great big, I guess, 5-gallon buckets of paint. So you're going to need 9 of these to fit this project. And I'm going to get a pair of scissors. And then you're also going to need some of these smaller ones. These are the 12-inch ruler sticks. So you're going to need just a couple of these to kind of brace it all up and make it sturdy. Okay, let's get this open. So they come 3 in a pack. You need 9. So 3 packs.
I did the pen. Did that have a blister
If you type the word Hocus Pocus, you'll get the chalk list.
Okay.
So if you're interested in this transfer and you want to take a look at some of the supplies that we'll be using tonight, you can type the word Hocus Pocus in the comments, and my bot will send you, if it works right, it's been giving me some trouble. My bot will send you the information. You can get a little cart link, get the supplies for yourself. Let's open all these up. So we're going to paint these up and chalk it up on our design. And then if we have time, we should have time, we're going to make a broom. When I was at Home Depot, ouch, these are wooden and they're not sanded, so don't get splinters like I just did. I was at Home Depot and I was looking over in their Halloween decorations section, and they had this really pretty cinnamon broom. Have you seen those cinnamon brooms? They're just kind of, they're like a little dusting broom, but they smell like cinnamon. I was going to buy one. I changed my mind. Now I wish I had, because now I have to make a broom on my own. That's okay. We can do it. Awesome. So again, if you're here, say hi so I know who I'm talking to. And I think I'm going to pull out 3 of these. These are going to be for bracing the project.
Ken said he didn't hear me. That's because I'm back over here in a hole.
You're back in the hole, and I have the microphone.
That's right.
Okay, so we want to... There's 2 sides to this. There's one side that has some ruler markings. I guess that's why they're called ruler sticks. We want that to be face down. So we're going to... Oh, and that one has it on both sides. That's all right. We're going to paint over it. I've never seen it on both sides before. And I'm just kind of... There's like a little handle where it dents in. And so I'm just going to pretend that's not there. And I'm going to just alternate those. And I think it will still look fine. Okay, I've got that. Let's see. That is going to fit just about perfectly. Awesome. Okay, so I have 9 of them. And what we're going to do, I think instead of painting them all individually, I'm going to assemble the board and then I'm going to paint it. So I'm going to turn these over. Because this is going to be the back side. Let me straighten these up. And
well, I am completely lost in how to do this.
What?
I was
Canva?
trying to play with trying to find your live on here.
Oh.
I got it on, when you go to mobile, it's wanting me to do this, but it won't show me your live on here.
Oh.
Your name. I'm trying to figure out how to.
Okay, we're playing with a tablet now. Okay, so I've got these laid down. I've got them face down so that they are as smooth as possible on the front surface. And then I've got 3 of these that are going to brace this in place. So we're just going to glue these down. And this is, I don't know how big it is. It matches up right about there. Okay, so I've got my hot glue ready to go, and I'm going to put a bunch of glue on this. And push it down.
Making a big old sign.
Making a big old sign. Okay, so how many of you, Ken watched Hocus Pocus 2. Did you watch 1 29 years ago? Do you remember anything from 29 years ago? I watched the first one, but it wasn't 29 years ago. It was a couple of weeks ago. Because I was trying to see what all this hype was for this. Okay, I'm going to glue another one down. I'm trying to push them in as close together as I can. To make our board. Yes, you watched the first one? Is the second one any good? I mean, is it as good as the first one? Sometimes the sequels aren't as great. So tell me what you thought of it. Of course, you were probably watching it with a room full of girls, right? Okay.
And does it matter being a girl or a guy?
I don't know. I don't know. The first one was better than the second one, I think. Okay. Again, I don't really get the hype. I watched the movie. It was entertaining, but I didn't go, ooh, it was awesome, I'm going to buy it. It was just okay. Maybe if I had watched it when it first came out, I'd have had a different feeling about it. But I wasn't watching it. Okay. What is your, the thing that's up there is in Spanish.
The what?
That little thing that's up there is in Spanish.
It does that every once in a while.
Okay, so here's our surface all put together. So we're going to paint it up. It's a little rough. So I'm going to take a sanding block.
The tinge of the first one is better than the second.
Okay. Well, I will watch it and I will see. I will be the final judge of my opinion. Okay, so I'm just smoothing it down a little bit because it's kind of a rough-ish surface. And I'm also going to kind of put the back and the sides. And then we're going to paint it black. Okay. Okay, let me take my towel and kind of clean that off. Okay, I'm going to put down some paper so I can paint this. And I'm going to use a trick that, who was it that told me? Was it Cheryl that showed me this? I'm going to paint it not with a paintbrush, but with a sponge. This is just a dishwashing sponge I got from the Dollar Tree, and we're just going to use it to paint this big old surface pretty quickly. So I'm actually just going to, this is very thick.
Okay,
very thick.
Apply it. Trying again.
Are we? Okay, so this is just chalk paint. This is Waverly brand. I got this at Walmart, and any craft store has their own brand of chalk paint. I like using chalk paint because it covers really well, it adheres really well, and dries up really well pretty quickly. So again, I am just painting this with a sponge. Now I can kind of see in between those little slats. I might go back in with a little paintbrush later. I think I need to stir this up a bit. Do I have a... I do.
Does it need to be stirred?
It's just really thick. Yep.
That's quite thick.
Yes, it is. So I'm just gonna kind of drag it on with a tongue depressor, popsicle stick, and this paints it up really, really quickly. Get back in those edges. From the $1.25 store. Yep, they need to rename that. Okay, I'm going to work on the edges in just a minute, but I'm getting this covered, and I'm going to give it a quick dry so I don't get paint all over me as I am doing the edges, and I'm also going to do the back. So this would dry in probably 10 minutes on its own. I'm just giving it a little kickstart with this is my embossing heat gun. So pretty cool for a big old surface. Now, if I had done them individually, I wouldn't have all of the wood tone in between those slats. But like I said, I can go in with a little paintbrush later and get those all fixed up. That feels pretty good. And I'm going to do the edges right now. So, super easy way to paint is with this sponge.
Makes it quick, that's for sure.
It does.
Now what about, I'm not picking at it, just wondering, what about in between the handles?
You haven't been listening, have you?
No, I haven't. I've been trying to figure stuff out.
I was saying if it bothers me, I will go in with a little paintbrush in between. Or I could have done them each individually before I glued it down. Okay, and put some more of this on here. And we're going to do the back. I like doing the backs of my projects, especially if I'm thinking of selling them. I think it just looks so much more finished and so much more professional when the back is completed. But also just for myself, if I have something in my house, I kind of like to know that the back is completed. I'm worth it. I'm worth the extra couple of minutes it takes. And this is very helpful to get in here. Can I squish that sponge in there? And needing some more. I know you're all wondering how I'm going to do this broom. I'm kind of wondering too. I've got an idea. We'll see if it works. Let's see if my idea pans out. So what have you all done today? Today we went to a harvest festival. There's this local organization that they put it on, and they do all kinds of handcrafts. I got to do some weaving on a loom, and that was fun. And they have leather crafts, and you can make candles, and you can make your own candied apples, caramel apples. It's just fun. They have really good food. So we had, what do we have? Beef brisket sandwiches. Those were yummy. Homemade ice cream. Okay, and just a little bit more paint here. Okay, so that did not take very long at all. In those edges. Okay. Now I do have some paint that kind of went in those crevices. I'm gonna try and maybe I can blow it out with the dryer. Okay, so I'm going to set that aside. I'm going to put it in some water and set that aside. Put the lid on this. I'm going to wash up my hands, and then we're going to finish drying this. I was going to go to Huntington Beach for the air show, but ended up staying home watching Westerns all day. Okay. You didn't change your mind because of illness or anything. You just got distracted with Westerns? You have to tell us what kind of Westerns you watched. The old ones?
Oh, yeah.
The old movies?
Oh, yeah. He probably does them all. But...
Okay, let me dry up this side.
Yes, ma'am.
Probably got a lot of yes ma'ams out of those old Westerns. So next Saturday, we have a craft fair that we have a booth at. So this week we'll be getting busy, getting ready to get everything to go for that craft fair. Try and sell a bunch of this stuff so that we can buy new stuff and make new stuff. So if you are anywhere near the Lewis-Clark Valley, our craft fair is at Kendrick High School next Saturday. I think it's 9 to 3. Come on by. Okay, and I'm going to give this just a bit of drying. Like I said, I've got some paint inside those little slats. I'm going to kind of dry up a bit so they don't get on my transfer. Okay. Now, before I do anything, this is still kind of rough, so I'm going to give it another once over with my sanding block. It's kind of, when you put paint on wood, it kind of raises the grain a little bit. So it's always good to give it just a light sanding. And I'm also, because I'm going to put my sticky transfer on this, I am going to wax this up. So I've got a microfiber cloth. I have my surface wax. Sell this in my shop. It's just clear paste wax. And I'm going to take, not a ton, I'm just going to take a little bit and cover this surface. This will do a couple of things. It will protect the surface from the sticky transfer. So it'll protect the paint from that sticky transfer so it doesn't pull up the paint. And it will also fill in some of those little the grooves in the grain. That can cause your paste to bleed if there's too much of that. Now this is a very rough surface, so it will not be a perfect transfer. There will be some bleeding, but that's okay. It's kind of meant to have that look. Like it's old, like those old witches. Are you the only? Apparently you are the only one who's commenting tonight. I don't think you're scaring people away. Who knows? Okay, so I've got a light layer of wax on that. I'm going to do a trick I've seen before. I'm going to heat this one more time. It's going to kind of melt that wax again, and then I'm going to buff it in some more. So I have a really nice smooth surface to work on. So that kind of melted that, so I'm going to give it another buffing. Why isn't anyone? I don't know. Why are you not posting messages? They're mesmerized.
Is that how it works?
That's how it works. Okay, so I've got that waxed. Let me put this away. This we're going to put over here. Okay, so here's our surface. Ta-da!
That looks very nice.
Looks very good. You can kind of see those white parts in there, but I think once you get the surface on, you're not going to have any trouble. I think it's going to distract.
So it's not a big white area, but it'll come up over here when people come.
Okay. Okay, well, I'm getting some hearts. Is that from Ken or are other people hearting me?
I don't know because I wasn't watching my
Okay.
stuff. Here, let's find out. If I send you hearts right now, are you seeing them on yours?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so here's our transfer. It is a C size, so it's 12 by 18. I'm going to fuzz it just a bit. So I've got my fuzzing cloth. Let me get my drying mat out. So I've got my fuzzing cloth, and that is basically that same size. So let me peel this off. And let's put some fuzz on it with our towel. This will help lessen the stickiness so it doesn't adhere too tightly to my surface. It just kind of loosens it up a little bit. One more. Okay, and then let's flip it over and see if we can center this.
Well, there's 6 people watching, apparently.
Apparently. But they might have their hands busy. They might be.
And we're keeping it alive here. Right, Ken?
I'm not seeing any comments come up.
Oh, there's Rhonda. Hi, Rhonda.
Hey, Rhonda, welcome. I don't know if you've been here or just been quiet, but welcome. Okay. So I can tell this is not wanting to stick super, super well. I think my wax, I might still need to take a little bit of my wax off. Okay. So I'm making sure I don't have any bubbles in here, or as few as possible. Again, this is not the perfect surface. It's paint sticks that we have glued together. But we are just going to do this in white. So this is my bright white. And I'm going to get my small squeegee. This is chalk paste, so it's chalk in paste form. Sell it in my shop. Works perfectly with these stencils. And I'm going to wipe that off. I'm going to get a big glob of this, and I'm going to just kind of start spreading this across my transfer. I'm not putting on too much pressure. I'm just enough to get that paste through the screen. I can kind of...
She's watching.
Who is?
Shirley.
Shirley, welcome. Well, no, you were on at the very beginning.
Yes, she was.
She has just been quiet, and that's okay.
Being quiet is okay.
That's okay.
Typically, you're watching your
yep.
during the dishes or something.
Yeah, there's times I'm watching somebody's live and I can't. My hands are busy. I'm still watching, but I can't comment. That's okay. Just every once in a while, pop on and say hi so we know we're not just talking to ourselves. Okay, so I can kind of hear it. It's kind of crunching. Not crunching. It's the adhesive is kind of lifting, and so I can kind of hear it crackling. So that is telling me it's not super adhered to the surface. So I probably have too much wax on it. But when that happens, I just kind of lighten up on my squeegeeing. I don't squeegee as hard, and I try to go from the inside to the out. So I'm not accidentally moving the transfer.
Rhonda says that's a good sign size, and she is multitasking.
Okay, there you go. Good for you. Yeah, lots of times I'm doing dishes and watching lives and hoping my phone doesn't fall in the dishwater. Okay, so let's take off this excess. Okay, so this is a pretty big one. I want to make sure my paste doesn't dry in my screen, but I think I'm okay. I'm going to peel this up. Okay, I'm going to lay that back down. And re-chalk it so it looks good. So it is kind of, it's meant to be kind of rusticy. But there we go. Let me put that down. Let me wash off my fingers. Awesome, awesome sauce. I have just about, didn't even take, 40 minutes from paint sticks to
finished product.
To could be finished product. What do you think? My Hocus Pocus Broom Company sign. We're not done. Don't go anywhere yet. Okay.
Oh, she's got extra.
I do extra. Okay.
That thing looks too big to clean here, though.
Yes, I am not going to clean this transfer. I'm going to take it upstairs and put it in my sink. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to spray it with some water so that paste doesn't dry in the screen. Not that I can't clean it if it dries, but it's more work. So I'm going to try to keep the paste damp, and it's easier to clean. Okay, I'm going to put this away. Now I could, I'm not going to, we do have glow-in-the-dark paste. I could clean that transfer, lay it right back down, and chalk the glow-in-the-dark over the top, and then when it got dark, you would see the words glowing. But I'm not going to do that today because I'm going to make a broom. Let me dry this so it doesn't smudge. Again, if you're interested in this transfer or any of the supplies that we use tonight, you can comment Hocus Pocus and you will get a list of the supplies I used. You can choose to buy them or not. One thing I do want to make known, I'm not sure if I have any of my club members on tonight, but if you are in, for the month of October, if you are in Club, which is our monthly DIY subscription service, they are offering any Halloween transfer at 20% off for club members. So this one would be 20% off if you were a club member. So keep that in mind. If you want to know more about Club, just type in Club or ask me. Okay. Again, I told you my story about the broom. I meant to buy, I toyed with the idea of buying one of those cinnamon brooms from Home Depot. Is that water? Yes, it happens to be distilled water, but it doesn't have to be. To clean the transfers, I just use water and a board eraser. This is like a magic eraser, but it has no chemicals and it cleans those up. You just kind of rub it on there. The easiest way is to clean them up in the sink. And especially with that size, I'm going to take it upstairs and put it in the sink and clean it up afterwards. But I could just kind of clean it up here in front of you if it were smaller. But just water and a sponge. Cheryl, hey, welcome.
There's Cheryl. She showed up.
Okay, I'm setting this aside. So I didn't buy the broom. It was like $14.99. Oh, it's a little out of my super comfortable price range. It's a little hard from the $1.25 store. So I thought, let's make a broom. So I got a dowel rod that we had sitting around. I don't know how wide this is. Is this a 1/2 inch? No, it's more than a 1/2 inch. It is the gray color if you buy them at Walmart. It is probably about 5/8 of an inch in diameter. And I just used half of it, so it's like 18 inches. And then I went around my house, my yard, and I collected sticks. Whole bunch of sticks. We've got lots of these sticks. So we're going to make a broom. How hard could it be, right? Okay, so let's see how we do this. I'm going to get my crafting scissors. I think I already have them out. What did I do with them? Doop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doo. I just had them. There they are. Okay, so I've got my crafting scissors because I'm going to be cutting down these sticks a little bit. So what I had thought is that we will glue, kind of like a broom, we're going to glue the sticks all around the base. What do you think? And it kind of look like a broom, an old-fashioned-y broom. We'll try it. It's going to take a lot of glue. I can tell you that right now. So I got the Big Daddies. Okay, so I want it to stick. So I'm going to hold it there till that sets. Pull out another, careful. Pull out another one. This might be a hot mess, but that's okay. Okay, another little layer of glue. This one's a little longer, that's okay. Last Western I watched was Paint Your Wagon. You're always watching Westerns, though. Okay, trim those off. I might need that later. Okay.
I don't always watch Westerns.
Come on. So this is gonna be time consuming to let that hot glue dry. But we'll get in a rhythm here. We'll get it going. And we'll have a fun little broom by the time we're done. See, now you don't have to go raking. Now you don't have to go raking.
I don't believe that for a minute. Just let one wind go by. We'll be full again. Especially this time of year. I don't know if you noticed, but did you notice our little blue flies are here today?
No, I didn't. I didn't notice the blue flies. They're a pain in the behind. Were they ash flies?
Yeah, ash tree flies.
Ash tree flies. Pain in the neck. You have to wear a mask outside because they fly up your nose. I keep a pair of rose garden trimmers in my craft room. Yes, I didn't want to go all the way out to the craft shed, not the craft shed, the gardening shed to get them. So
all you had to do was ask.
I know I did. Okay. So I'm just putting these around. Is it starting to look like a broom? We're going to secure these. We're not just going to trust that glue.
Well, it'll look better too.
But if I don't have enough, twigs, I might send you out.
Wow.
Okay, I need more glue.
Send me out in the dark.
In the dark.
Rake up in the dark.
Well, it might be faster for you to go into town, go to Home Depot and buy me a cinnamon broom.
I told you I would have done that for you.
I know you would have. Okay, this one's kind of long. I'm going to trim that up a bit. It's not going to be super symmetrical. Okay, I'm halfway done with one round, and I'm going to I think I'm going to go around it with another layer.
Rhonda says I use my trimmers more for crafts than I do outside. So does Robin this year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I just didn't get into the gardening this year. Maybe next year. I did do the canning so far.
I bring you pickles, you make me pickles.
You bring me cucumbers. I turn them into your favorite pickles.
And then we're going to make some cowboy candy.
You all know what cowboy... Ouch, that's hot. You all know what cowboy candy is? Might have been Stagecoach. So I don't know how this is going to look. We'll see. It looked cool in my envisioning mind. It looked very awesome. It made everyone go ooh and ah in my imagination. Is that looking like a broom? A witch's broom?
Oh, you're all saying no, but Ken knows what it is. Shirley says no. They're not saying about the broom looking like, no, they're talking about the cowboy candy.
Oh, they've never had cowboy candy. Yeah. Well, it's like sweet jalapeno.
Jalapeno slices that have been candied.
Vinegar and lots of sugar. So they're kind of pickled sweet jalapenos. You need to let them sit.
The longer they sit, the better they get.
Yeah. If you try to eat them the first week after you make them, you're going to burn your lips off. Because you put them in seeds and everything. But after a couple weeks, they kind of mellow out. Okay, I've got a lot of these. We're going to go around again. I know your spouses are all watching and wondering, what are they watching? How to make a broom out of sticks? Yep. Okay, so I've got one round, and I'm going to put another round on, make it a little thicker. Okay, that one's really long. It's a really long one. We're going to trim that puppy up right there. And we're just going to put on globs of more glue.
I must have missed something. Ken said single here.
Oh, because I had said your spouses are probably all wondering why you're watching some lady make a broom out of sticks.
It's going to be
so apparently, Ken, nobody's going to care that you're watching some lady make a broom out of sticks. Unless your daughters walk in. Okay.
Wow. Boy, I must be allergic to you.
Maybe so. Okay. Just letting that glue set up. It's taking a while. No spouse for me. Well, you have a son and daughter-in-law. They probably know. Nana's watching her crafty stuff. Or as Bill calls it, crafty crap.
Crafting crap.
Crafting crap.
Lots of it.
Okay. Now the second row, because I'm laying it down and it's not flat. It's taken a little more glue and a little more time. But that's okay. We've got more glue sticks. Nothing but time, right? Is it looking like a broom?
Yes, it is. Looks like a pile of twigs that's ready to go in our fireplace.
We could do that. Now if I could learn how to coat it in cinnamon, I guess I could spray it with glue and sprinkle cinnamon over it, and I could make my own cinnamon broom. Okay. Let's get some of these out here.
Rhonda says, sounds like half of us are spouseless. And Cheryl says she has 3 sons, twin daughters, 1 daughter-in-law, 2 son-in-laws, and 13 grandkids.
But not all in the same house, right? Oh, hot, hot, hot.
Sweet
hot glue is hot.
With it, Mom.
Yes, I could do that. I could do that. Okay, I'm about to close it down here. Yeah, we're going to have that one just kind of jut out there. Just like that.
But Rhonda says it does look like a Hocus Pocus broom.
Well, there you go. Okay, that one.
That's a good compliment.
Yes, that was what I was hoping for, considering I haven't seen it, the new one. Okay, so let's stick that one in. I could just use a vacuum cleaner. Didn't they use a vacuum cleaner in the first one? When they first came back?
Otherwise known as a Hoover?
Is it a Hoover? Probably. Okay, we're going to stop it there. I'm going to let that sit. You know what we're going to do? We're going to take a zip tie. I'm going to pull this dried glue off of my finger. And I think I no longer have a thumbprint, so I can...
Did you burn it off?
Yeah, I think I've burnt it off. So I think I could probably go and rob a bank. Okay, so I'm going to use a zip tie to...
Uh-oh. I just realized something.
What?
She typed in Hocus Pocus and you didn't get any response from your bot.
Oh. Maybe she already did Hocus Pocus. I don't know.
No, we didn't get any bot calls yet. I've seen.
Okay.
So your bot might not be working
wouldn't be the first time.
So you're zip tying that?
I'm zip tying it, and then I'm going to cover it in jute. A mop and a vac. Oh, I could have done a mop. Okay. So I'm zip tying it to help out that hot glue. So far, here we are. I think I'm just going to leave all these wild and crazy things.
You do that.
I think I'm going to paint up this handle. I've got some brown chalk paint, and I'm going to take this baby wipe, and we're going to kind of do the baby wipe method to kind of stain this up. So I've used everything except a paintbrush tonight. This kind of puts a really thin coat of paint on, almost like a stain. Go. How does that look?
Oh, Cheryl typed it in.
Oh, the bot worked for you. Okay.
Her, I don't see a difference though.
Like I said, I don't know. Maybe Rhonda typed it in earlier. Okay, so I've got the what do you call them? Zip ties. And now I have, where do I have it? Okay. I have twine. So we're going to just wrap this twine around 1,000 times. Maybe not 1,000, but a whole bunch of times.
Heavier would probably...
Yeah, but right now I don't have heavier.
You could put that on my little lathe and just spin it on there.
I could do that. I could start it by, I could do a lot of spinning.
We did some spinning today. No, not spinning.
We did some weaving today. Yes, we will have to, okay, so I'm just gonna spin, 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 spin. This is just kind of for looks. Those zip ties are holding it in place. Don't get dizzy. Don't let the tree branches poke you in the eye either.
That's why you're wearing safety glasses, right?
Well, I'm wearing glasses. Okay, so basically covering up those zip ties, which are poking out a little too much. Okay, I think that looks good.
Well, all right then.
Okay, and I didn't leave an end out, so I'm just going to glue this down. A dab. A little dab will do ya.
Sounds like an old commercial.
Okay. So there we go. There's my broom. Okay. Let's see how we're going to attach it. Okay, so here's my sign. And I think, you know what I think I'm going to do?
Shirley says it's cute.
I've got, okay, so I need something to attach at the top. So I've got some black ribbon. And I'm going to...
You could use orange ribbon, too.
I could use orange ribbon. And I think I'm going to just tie that on there. I'll tie it in the back. And then this can be my hanger. And let's see. Feed that through there. Lay this down. Trim that off. Okay, so that gives me the hanger for the top. And now I want to attach my broom. So what I'm going to do is I have some wire. It's jewelry wire, but you could use fishing line. This is just bead stringing wire. And I kind of want this to be invisible.
What you doing, buddy?
So I'm going to tie this on here as invisibly as I can. Okay. And leave a little extra. And we're going to attach that broom, and it's just going to hang like it's flying on its own.
That's going to be so cute. Sorry.
You betcha. You betcha it's going to be cute.
You guys are hearing me pound on Duke. He's needing some pats apparently right now, so I'm patting him.
Okay, so let's see. Do I want it that way? Do I want it that way? That way. Okay. So I'm going to tie this here.
Cheryl says hi, Duke. Cheryl says hi to Duke. Big Duke.
Okay.
I'm sure she means Daisy too, Daisy.
She probably doesn't know Daisy's in here. Okay. And let's wire this up in here. Where's the end? Come on, get in there.
Who are you talking to?
I'm talking to this wire. Okay. Okay. How does that look good? Down more? Anybody watching?
No, nobody's watching.
Nobody's watching?
Oh, honey,
Does that
that's so cute.
I'm not sure where to put it. Down low, up high.
Oh, thanks, Ken.
Thank you, Ken. Thank you for the stars.
Not sure where to put it. That's funny.
Whoops. Okay. So, tying up my wire, trimming my ends. Trash. And here we go. Here is my Hocus Pocus sign with my handmade broom. Is that not just too cute? Is that not too cute? I like it. Can't get it all in the picture. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna pose over here. Gotta get that broom up.
You're getting some hearts. I don't know who's giving them to you. Now I'm giving them to you, but
okay, there's my project.
well, there's Marianne.
Okay.
Hi, Marianne.
Hey, Marianne. Thank you. So, something just kind of silly, kind of fun, not a whole lot of investment in it because I made this out of paint sticks, but super cool. Made my own little broom. So, I hope you enjoyed this, and if you are curious about what I do and Chalk Couture and what Chalk Couture could mean for you, we are having a live video. We're having a Let's Talk Chalk tomorrow at 6 o'clock Pacific time. And I'm just going to talk about the newest things that are available for our designers, what a designer is, how you can get 40% off, what club membership is, just question and answer time where I can answer your questions. So I hope you will consider joining us. You can look at either the Raincross Farms Makery business page, or you can look at the VIP group. I've got events up in there, or you can just pop on at 6 o'clock p.m. tomorrow and see what we've got to talk about. No pressure, just a lot of fun. And anyway, I think that's it for tonight. Hocus Pocus in the comments if you're interested in any of the supplies. Even if you're watching on YouTube, we monitor those comments. And I think YouTube actually has the supply link already in the description. So we hope you will follow our page on Facebook and subscribe to our page on YouTube. And we will see you again tomorrow, and we'll be crafting again very soon. So enjoy. Bye-bye.